I've started to write, so I'm going to read a chapter of my new short story. I've just started writing short stories. Here we go. I looked out at the crowd at the open mic and took a deep breath. It was a friendly neighborhood crowd. I'd grown up here, and my parents might walk in any moment to support me too, so there wasn't anything to worry about, but the nerves were there, and really there's always some amount of nerves when you share yourself with others. Always some nerves when you use your words and hope to move people to action. But really, is this what a middle-aged dad does on a school night? The new school year starts tomorrow. Jackie will be starting school tomorrow, her last year of middle school. High school applications and acceptances on the horizon. I didn't have her tonight, so I wasn't being irresponsible, although I kind of wished she was here. But I wasn't really sure she was ready to see me perform. Teenagers are complex little humans, and I wasn't sure she would like me sharing about my life. I never shared anything about her when I performed, but it was still sharing a bit of myself, which always felt risky, but necessary. We can't move forward without sharing, connecting, engendering empathy, and this was a way I knew I could do it, sharing my stories and poems. But I always wondered, was the risk worth it? Was I revealing too much? There were some things I couldn't share because it would endanger everyone there. I was the most powerful wizard on Flatbush Avenue. And no one could know the real power this bespectacled short black man could unleash with his words. The last month in the wizard world had been difficult. The US had elected a white supremacist president 2 years ago, and if that wasn't enough for a dad with a mixed-race daughter, some of the darkest, magically endowed individuals in the US were deeply involved and had just pulled off a treaty with some of the nastiest magicians on the planet. I wasn't surprised, but a lot of magi had been surprised by the sudden turn of events. Man, if anyone knew about the duels that I'd been involved in the last week, they would be really worried. Most of all, I was glad Jackie didn't know how bad it was getting. But I knew I couldn't protect her indefinitely. I mean, she actually had to know more about what was going on, especially before she went to high school. I mean, Jackie on all accounts is more mature than I am, or I was, but when you put maturity and magic together, in a world that doesn't understand magic, you never know what you're gonna get. I remember learning about the gifts I'd been given, the talk. No wizard ever forgets. The truth is, it's never one talk. It's not really a talk. It's communication that people will treat you different in a fundamental way. That couldn't be possibly communicated in a conversation. It's laughable. It changes you forever to know what your words have the power to do. I know it's been given countlessly to young wizards, but still I think about the impact it had on me. I wonder if I was too young to know the truth. We told Jackie later in life, and I wonder if it was too late. I mean, what's too young to know about the power your words can have? I wasn't going to use any of this power tonight. Tonight was going to be poetry. My words to move people without magic. I scan the crowd, make sure there's nobody magical in the crowd. I mean, I know the chances are slim, but you can't be too careful.
I'm magical.
I remember the first spell my dad taught me. It was a book-based spell. It's still my favorite spell. I don't mean to brag, but I may be the best now on the planet. Sorry, Dad, I've surpassed you. It takes a book and forces someone to feel all the emotions experienced by the characters in that book. It has to be used carefully because the wrong book, as you can imagine, can make someone go crazy. The words on a page of an evil antagonist can drive someone to evil, and the combined words of a protagonist and antagonist from a good book might also drive someone crazy looking at the world around us. Humble brag. I've driven over 100 evil magicians crazy with that spell. You're probably wondering what books I've used. It's a family secret. Family secret I think my daughter needs to know, but I'm not sure if it's time. Okay, I'll tell you one book I always keep with me. I know you wanted to know. Without the words, you can't use the magic, but you should probably read it. Parable of the Sower by Octavia Butler. I had this white supremacist wizard foaming at the mouth, unable to function forever last weekend with that spell. It was amazing. You can't tell anyone about the duel, but please read the book. Oh, they're calling me on stage. This is a good poem. I hope this goes well. Here goes everything. Hi, everyone. How you doing? Hope everyone is doing well tonight. It's nice to see a lovely Brooklyn neighborhood crowd like this. My name is Frederick Thomas James, and I grew up just a few blocks away, just off Flatbush. Tonight I'm going to share one original poem. This poem was inspired by James Baldwin quote. The children are always ours, every single one of them, all over the globe, and I am beginning to suspect that whoever is incapable of recognizing this may be incapable of morality. It's entitled, All the Children. All the children, each and every one of them, we have a responsibility to them to give them the support they need to grow to their full potential. Safety, food, clean air and water, education, love, all the children. I look around my city and my country and I see far too many children living with insecurity of the basics. Children without opportunity for safety, homes, food, education. I see systemic violence meted out on black and brown children's bodies across the country, school to prison pipeline, over-policing plaguing our cities. I see it growing worse as our white supremacist government cuts resources, education, healthcare, environmental protections for clean air and water. I hear a deafening silence to the oppression and fascist policies that target children, silence to the harm to be done to our children, all the children. We explore our poverty and insecurity, cut aid to places where there are children in need, supply weapons to those that would terrorize, starve, and snuff out the lives of children. There's no justification for the harm we inflict on our children. They are all our responsibility, all our children. Teaching the children to hate, little children throwing rocks at ruby bridges, white supremacists in the country talking about replacement theory. Who would rip brown children from their parents and deport them to places, settler children terrorizing Palestinian children who are simply living on the land of their ancestors? What do we think the hate we teach our children will beget the future? The children that hate and those children that are hated, these children, the hate and the hated are all our responsibility, all the children. We must find our joint morality, our humanity for all the children. It's not an if we can, but we must for our future to exist. We must commit ourselves to action to ensure that this is a forever truth. The children are always ours, every single one of them, all over the globe, all the children. Boom. It's Brooklyn Dad Show on Instagram. Thank you, everyone.